Hey everybody, it's Matt from Here in Your Horror Movies, and welcome to another Top 10 Tuesday. This week I came up with a theme, which is, for my list, is my top 10 what the fuck movies. These are the movies that you tell people that these are actually movies, and they actually look at you and go be like, really, what the fuck? That's a real movie? Yep. These are real movies with weird ass titles, and not a lot of people will probably believe you that these are actually real movies. So, without further ado, let's get on with the list. Now, switch this a quick a second. All right, number 10 is, of course, Sharknado. Sharknado, you tell people, hey, sharks in a tornado. Yes, people are like, yep, this is a real movie. Now, with this movie is actually, it started off as a sci-fi channel, and it actually spawned a franchise. There's 3 more sequels, and still waiting for part 4 to come out. So gotta get part 4 whenever that hits. But this is the first where a Sci-Fi Channel movie has actually spawned sequels. Now, other movies have already been like in the theaters, aka Anaconda, Lake Placid, where those movies spawned sequels through the Sci-Fi Channel. So this is the first Sci-Fi Channel film to actually spawn its own sequels through Sci-Fi Channel, which is pretty neat. So that's kind of some cool tidbit information there for you. So yeah, when you tell people about Sharknado, they look at you kind of weird. You gotta say, hey, this is a lightning in the bottle. This movie was huge. It spawned so much interest that, of course, Sci-Fi did it, and they made the second one. And, of course, Tara Reid and Ian Ziering there. Yep. What can you say about Sharknado? It's just a weird what the fuck movie. All right. Gotta switch it around again. Number 9 is I love this cheesy flick from the 80s, and when you tell people that this is an actual movie, they give you a weird look, and that is Death Spa. Yep, Death Spa, where an evil entity has possessed gym equipment in the gym and kills people in the gym. Again, this is like a title. You tell them Death Spa, really? You're like, yep, real movie from the 80s. Got Ken Foray in it. And he was shocked too when I brought this in to have it signed. But yeah, awesome flick. I love this 80s movie. Go to any horror fan, they know exactly what you're talking about. Go to some average Joe on the street, ask them about Death Spa, and they're going to be like, what the fuck? That's why it's number 9. Number 8 is another one. Ask any horror buff, they'll exactly know what you're talking about. Again, you go to any average Joe on the street, you give them the title, they look at you kind of weird, then you explain to them what this movie's about, and they give you that what the fuck moment. And that is The Stuff. Yes, The Stuff is killer dessert, pretty much. This movie's just so weird. This white stuff bubbles up from the ground, and some guy decides, hey, I think I'll put that in my mouth. Oh wow, it tastes good. Now, it's like a parasite that just engulfs you. Fun flick. Arrow, can't believe put this out. I used to have this on a bootleg, and then when Arrow released this, I didn't care. That's Region 2. It's insane. Of course, now Arrow put it out as a Region 1. But I'm getting my Region 3 player soon, so I give a shit. I'm just happy to have it. Again, The Stuff. Can't believe this got an awesome release. Pretty much a lot of special features. Insane release. Insane movie. But when you tell people it's about a killer dessert, they give you that what the fuck moment. Alright. Number 7. Now, my previous list, I had one movie on it, and I decided to take it off to put this other title on. And that is Deathbed. Yes, a different movie called Deathbed. There's actually a third movie coming out called Deathbed. Completely different. Like the first, last week's Top 10 Tuesday, I had Deathbed, the Bed That Eats. Now this one is just called Deathbed. This is put out by, who put this one out? Shadow Entertainment. I thought it was a full moon movie. But with this one, a couple decides to move into this new apartment. This loft kind of room upstairs was locked. You open it up, and it's this weird antique brass bed. Well, this one girl, she's very happy, ever-go-lucky. pretty much gets possessed by this demon thing in the bed. She turns more evil, more satanic-like, and the possession just occurs more and more from this weird antique brass bed. Cool movie. Again, another movie called Deathbed. So you'd start telling people about killer beds, they're gonna look at you, what the fuck. All right, number 6, Avalanche Sharks. Yes, Avalanche Sharks. You tell people about these weird blue sharks that can live in the snow, and they're killing ski resorters. Yes, this movie was just bad, but this was just funny. This is a movie you just can't take serious. Especially the one scene where the guy is snow blowing. He's just puttering along with a snowblower, and the shark comes out of nowhere and just pulls him in. It's just stupid fun. But when you tell people about avalanche sharks, they're just going to look at you like, wait a minute. I thought sharks belong in the water. Well, these belong on land. They're in the snow. They're going to look at you, what the fuck. Number 5. Number 5, another one where you talk to a horror buff, they'll know exactly what you're talking about. You talk to an average Joe, they're going to be like, are you serious? That is actually a real movie. Yes, and that is Slugs. Love Slugs. Arrow was actually putting out a better version of this. This is the old Anchor Bay version, but Arrow's putting out more special features, probably insane transfer. I can't wait. And I'll probably still keep this because I love the cover art of this. Now, this is a movie that's based off a book. Now, the book, I guess, was a bestseller, and they converted this into a movie. I never read the book, but this movie is gory. There's an eye explosion, people covered in slugs that are covered in blood. It's an insane 80s film. It's a fun 80s film. Now, when you tell people that slugs have these sharp teeth that rip through your skin, they give you a weird look. But awesome movie. Love it. Now, you're probably going, there's other weird films out there? Abso-fucking-lutely. Why is that open? All right, number 4 is an independent horror film, but it's a solid horror film. And the title alone is just weird. And when you tell people what it's about, they make you a weird look. That is the Oatmeal Man. Yes. They're like, what? Oatmeal Man? Yes. Psycho guy that gets engulfed in oatmeal and turns into this killer Oatmeal Man. Weird ass film, but this movie was fantastic. Good blood, a lot of nudity, good torture scenes. The Oatmeal Man looks funny as hell, and you're going, really? A person actually made out of oatmeal? Yes. Person really made out of oatmeal. Awesome flick. Highly recommend checking this slasher out. Fun as hell. All right, number 3. Yeah, here comes some weird ones, people. If you already thought those weren't weird. All right, number 3 is Rubber. Yes, the killer tire film. Oh, yes. And people are going to be like, what? Yep, this tire just decides to come alive and starts rolling down a desert hill where these people are just watching it from a distance. Now, this movie's just all fucking weird. Now, this tire can now somehow generate psychic force to make things explode. First, it starts off with little animals, then it starts working out with people. And of course, this tire now is infatuated with this one woman and starts to follow her and pretty much kill people down its path. Wow. This movie just starts off so weird where the car pulls up, the trunk opens up, there's a sheriff, starts telling you one thing, and he gets back into the trunk, and the car drives away. You know you're in for a fun time with this movie. It's just so weird, but yeah, highly recommend checking out Rubber. When I bought the DVD, it came with the card out front, so I stuck it in here, so it looks pretty cool with this lenticular cover. Yes, Rubber. Number 3. All right, number 2 is, of course, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. This is actually another franchise film where it spawned 3 sequels. Each one gets a little more of a comedy aspect, but this is technically a horror film, horror comedy, about that tomatoes come to life and start to eat people. Funny ass film. Goofy. Unfortunately, this movie is out of print, so trying to find Attack of the Killer Tomatoes might cost you. If you can find it at a good price, get it. Maybe some other company down the road will pick it up, but again, you tell someone about Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, you laugh and they're just going to give you that weird, are you okay? Is there something wrong with you look? And you're like, yeah, it's a great film. Fun flick. Killer Tomatoes, come on. Goofy movie. Now you're probably going, really? There's a movie that could top the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Yes. This one comes from Germany. Now, I forgot who is the director. But, oh shit, I already did. Oh, Oh, filmed by Ralph Kemper. Yes. If you know Ralph Kemper, he did some cool movies. Toxic Lullaby. He was the producer of Possession. Now, you're probably wondering, what movie is this? It's Attack of the Killer Backpacks. Yes. This is actually a real movie. This is a German film that you have to watch in German. And it is goofy as hell. Cops are on a trail of a serial killer that's killing these women. They don't know how this killer is doing it. It's decapitating them, eating them, they're missing body parts. The only thing they have in common is that they're having backpacks. So out of the bloom, all these backpacks come to life and start killing people. People are running with them in the arms and their legs and their head. And they have these weird like chainsaw sounds. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool. It definitely has a lot of good blood to it. It's definitely got some funny horror comedy to it as well. Where there's one where your main girl and guy are in this hallway, and then those two backpacks fucking. Yes, there's two backpacks fucking. They're like, what? Funny, weird ass movie. It's a great splatter spoof film. Highly recommend checking out Attack of the Killer Backpacks. It's a real movie. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this what the fuck moment, because it probably made you go what the fuck. Please put your comments down below and let me know what you think, guys. Have yourself a good one. Later. Peace.